Galloway's Support Through Sight Loss.
Galloway's Get Active presents Longton Brickcroft Extended Walk. Hi guys, James here from Galloway's. Just going to bring you on another virtual walk. This time we're going to go around Longton Brickcroft, and this is an extension from one of the walks that we did earlier in the year. So if you want to check out the other video, it's Longton Brickcroft, and I'll put the link in the description below. So we're starting off from the car park. It's going to be around about 3 miles in length, and let's go see what we can see. So from leaving the car park we head out to Drummaker Lane west, and we'll turn right heading up the lane. It's a very quiet lane and very rarely is there any traffic on it. There's glimpses of sunshine glimmering through the trees on the right hand side. Shortly on the left hand side there's a kissing gate which leads out into the woodland on a gravel track. Go through the gate and follow the track. This is a nice level gravel path that leads through the woodland, so there's trees surrounding you all over. Through the trees on the left hand side there is a smaller pond that is harder to get to because it's down a valley. The trees are lovely and bright green with the sun shining through them. Now the video is showing a sideways view looking through the lovely green trees with the sun glimpsing through the branches, which then opens out onto a very picturesque lake. That's pretty. There's all sorts of wildflowers in the foreground. There's some purples and pinks, a lot of green, and there's a fence. Following the fence line we carry on following the gravel path which leads us round the outskirts of the nice lake, and there's a lot of ducks. Video showing a low down view looking through the fence where there's a lot of ducks that have come for some food. I'll keep following the gravel track through the woodland, which eventually leads out into a housing estate. It's a gate that's leading out into the estate. Follow the path along the fence until you get to the road and turn left. Following Gill Lane you'll come to Longton Victory Park, the side of a little playground. So we head on through the park, across the gravel car park, and out through a gate at the far end. There's also tennis courts and playgrounds here as well. So we go through the gate which leads to a track that leads across the field. You've got houses to the right, and we're heading for some trees straight in front. Now this part of the walk could be boggy depending on what the weather's been like. The day we did it, we were perfectly fine doing it in trainers. Just showing a boggy, muddy patch as we're walking across the field. But it's dry on either sides. The video showing Jack leading the way, and he's wearing blue shorts and a faded red t-shirt. On the right hand side of the field there's another row of trees, and behind the trees is the lake that we just walked round earlier. Go up through the stile and carry on following it, and then we come to another stile which leads into another field. This time the hedge is on our right hand side and it's an open field to your left, so just keep following the hedgerow through the field until we get to the other end. The other end, it turns a bit more wooded, there's a gate and there's another little stile that we need to cross over. Follow the path which leads round the outskirts of a big house onto a gravel path. Again, the sunshine shining through the trees towards the front. We then come to another stile where we cross over and we're onto a gravel driveway with a barn in front of us. So from now we keep following the gravel track until it comes out to Gill Lane, and we pass the barn, keeping the barn on the right hand side. So as we get further down the gravel track, it eventually comes out onto Gill Lane, where we will turn right, go over a cattle grid first. If you walk up higher furlong, in the top left hand corner there is a path that brings you out round the back of a house and into a field, over a stile and into a field. Turn right once you're in the field and follow the hedgerow, which will bring you back into Longton Brickcroft Nature Reserve.
Nice one.
That way. When we did this walk, the grass was quite long and wet in this field, so it just shows that with wet grass, it tells you how good your how waterproof your boots or shoes are.
Did you say this leads you back into it again?
Yeah. The far end of the field there's a stile, so we cross over the stile and that leads onto the gravel tracks of Longton Brickcroft. And just as you come into the nature reserve, if you turn to your left, there's some seating with a lovely view over the main lake. So you've got trees framing both sides, looking out over the lake, and there's a little bit of an island with trees on in the middle, and beautiful blue sky.
Lovely.
So from there we follow the path round, keeping the lake on your left hand side. You go through a tree lined path. And as we mentioned there is another video that we've done round Longton Brickcroft which shows you some of the wildlife that you can see. The squirrels, lots of different sorts of bird life. Two more walkers walking down round.
Thank you.
So we keep following the gravel track until we come to another path on your left hand side. The path opens up quite wide there, so follow the path to your left and this will take you round, again keeping the large lake on your left hand side. you do get some viewing beachy type areas along this side of the lake. So we're just going to walk onto one of the beaches and we'll have a look over the lake where there's some geese, some ducks in the foreground and some swans out on the lake. A duck has just taken off and flown in front of us. And 2 ducks have just plopped into the water and are now swimming away. So the view is looking out over the lake. There's a pair of mute swans, there's some ducks, beautiful reflections and nice green trees and blue sky. Okay guys, so that was just a quick trip around Longton Brickcroft. It's about 2.5 miles. Can be done in trainers depending on the weather. The fields that we walked across could be a little bit boggy in places, but if the weather's decent it can be done in trainers like we did today. It is on a bus route, so I'll put the name of the bus or the bus route down at the bottom. I think it's the 2A from Preston bus station that goes past and drops off right outside. Like I say, 2.5 miles, flat, easy walk. If you do come and you want to bring some birdseed or some mealworms, but not bread or anything like that, just bring proper birdseed and mealworms. There are places where the robins will come and feed out of your hand, or very close to you. So that's something interesting that you can see, and I think it's quite unique to that area. So the Brickcroft, it's 3 main lakes, and there's a few little dipping ponds dotted all around, and they're the remains of what was the old brickworks for Longton. And since 1997 it was awarded the green flag for outstanding parks and recreation, and it's had that every year since 1997. So little gem just down the road from Howick. So if you fancy coming along, go and try it out. Hopefully we will do this walk at some point, but it's relatively easy to do with family and friends. Keep the social distancing. And like I say, if you want to see a bit more about Brickcroft, check out the other video that's linked down below as well. That was taken earlier in the year, and it shows a bit more of the wildlife around it. The walk today was just an extension of that, and like I say, it came out at just short of 2.5 miles. Relatively easy walk, and you can take as long or as short as you want with that. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. Keep looking out for other videos, and we'll see you hopefully soon. Take care. If you'd like to know more about this walk or any of the walks that we offer, then please do get in touch. Our number is 01772 744 148. Thanks for watching. Galloway's, support through sight loss.